If you're a fan of giant mech versus monster kaiju action like I am, then this one should be right up your alley. But it's not just another dumb action anime. Dai-Guard puts an interesting twist on the giant kaiju formula. Only running one season, Dai-Guard focuses more on the interaction between co-workers and the politics of running a business. It's a simple show that really doesn't try to be anything more than what it is. A fun little show that's kind of like a mix of The Office, but with giant monsters attacking the city. I know that sounds completely weird on paper, but it really works. 12 years ago, a giant monster appeared out of nowhere, and the only way they could defeat it was to drop a nuclear bomb on the city. It's been peaceful ever since then, but the threat of monsters returning always loomed in the background, like an earthquake ready to happen at any moment. The show follows the main characters who work at a technological company that develops defensive products to protect against theft, self-defense, and among other things, a giant robot called Dai-Guard, built specifically for fighting giant monsters. And although it's never really been used before and only a prototype, it's proudly displayed as a mascot for the company. But then, after 12 years, a new monster appears wreaking havoc, and it's up to our heroes to pilot the giant mech and help the civilians escape danger. And that's basically the plot of the entire series. New monsters continue to appear, and Dai-Guard defeats them, getting upgraded along the way. But even though their most important job is to pilot the giant mech and defeat monsters, their day-to-day lives is just regular office work, setting up fundraisers for the company, trying to avoid corporate layoffs, and dealing with government and military interference. You get to learn a little backstory for each of the team members, but it never gets too in-depth. The series is pretty short with only 26 episodes, and in the end there isn't really a huge finale. Just a somber reminder that giant monsters are a way of life, just like any other natural disaster. I would have loved if they had continued the series with another season to finish up the mystery of where the monsters came from and how they would ultimately fix it. But maybe that's not really the point of the show. I do think that they could have really done more though. The characters are fun and engaging, the action is really exciting, the monsters are creative, there's a lot of untapped potential. A manga or comic book would have been good too, but I couldn't find any other information other than the anime. And maybe just a cameo appearance of Dai-Guard in some video games. Unfortunately, Dai-Guard kinda flew under the radar and didn't get to be as popular as it should have been. It had a brief showing on Toonami back in the day, but it was only for the first 2 episodes as a part of their Giant Robot Week, and was overshadowed by Big O. But if you like rooting for the underdog, which are really office workers who just happen to fight giant monsters and mechs, then I highly recommend watching Terrestrial Defense Corp Dai-Guard. That's the full title. It's just easier to say Dai-Guard. So if you like this review and you want more anime reviews and recommendations, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope to review more animes that you've probably never heard of. Till next time.